In a quiet town nestled in the hills, there stood an old, abandoned school that had been shut down for decades. The building was known as Hollowbrook Academy, but locals had another name for it, the Cursed School. Rumors swirled about the horrific events that occurred within its walls, and it was said that no one who entered ever came out the same. The story begins with a group of teenagers who dared to investigate the long-forgotten academy after hearing whispers of strange occurrences on the school's grounds. Armed with cameras and a thirst for adventure, they wanted to capture the paranormal activity for their YouTube channel, hoping to go viral. But what they found inside was far more terrifying than they ever imagined. As they stepped into the dark, musty halls of Hollowbrook, the air felt heavy, thick with an ominous presence. The eerie silence was broken only by the sound of creaking floorboards and distant whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. Old desks were scattered, blackboards cracked, and the smell of decay filled the air. But that was just the beginning. One by one, strange things started happening. A door slammed shut on its own, shadows moved where no one stood, and the feeling of being watched became unbearable. Soon, they discovered that they were not alone. The ghost of a young girl, her face pale and eyes hollow, appeared in the reflection of a classroom window. Legend had it that she had died in a tragic accident, and her spirit was trapped within the school, waiting for revenge. Terrified, but determined to continue filming, the group soon realized that the curse was real. As the night wore on, their footage became more disturbing. Flickering lights, distorted faces, and unexplainable noises filled the camera's lens. But the worst part was when one of their friends vanished, seemingly pulled into the shadows by unseen hands. Desperation turned to panic as they tried to escape, but the school wouldn't let them go. Doors locked themselves, windows became impossible to break, and the ghostly figure of the girl grew more aggressive, her voice echoing through the halls. "You shouldn't have come here." In a final, frantic attempt to leave, only one of the teens managed to break free, fleeing into the night. But when they reviewed the footage, they saw something even more horrifying, something that the human eye hadn't caught. The girl wasn't alone. Dozens of spirits, their faces twisted in agony, had been watching them the entire time. The survivor uploaded the footage to YouTube, and it quickly became the most watched horror video on the platform. But many who watched it reported strange occurrences afterward: flickering lights, cold spots in their rooms, and the sound of faint, ghostly laughter. It seemed that the curse of Hollowbrook Academy wasn't confined to the school alone. Beware, if you search for it, the curse may follow you too.